CTV Celebrates Creativity is brought to you by Sol EC Limited, EC Global, Digicel, Jean-Marie and Sons.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Claudia The Diva Edward. Come on, make some noise for Claudia.
Take a look now. You never ever gonna get love like mine. Take me up now. Bring me closer. We don't got no time to shine, to shine. I've been trying, but can't break free. I'm gonna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine. They say love is good, but yours is better. Where did it go? How was it lost?
So as you're putting On the Edge together, did you reflect back on the first one, Shalala, and say, well, okay, where have I been? What have I done? Just look at your accomplishments.
Definitely. I mean, going through my musical career, I realized that where I am right now is where I was working to be.
Come on, make some noise for Claudia.
Come and show me what you got. Oh, shalala, 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 hot shot. I hope you find me right spot. Hot shot.
Throughout my musical career, I always did music not knowing exactly where I wanted, where I fitted in. So I did a little ballad, I did a little soca, I did a little R&B, some reggae. And when I released Mic Check in 2010, I worked with Rossi, Rollouty, and he said to me, Claudia, let's try some rock, alternative rock. And I was open to the idea, and then we were like, oh my God, this is it.
I'm hearing voices calling out my name. I'm hoping that things are still the same.
This is where you fit in, and then I can see at that point that's where I got my true calling as to where I am as a musician, where I should be, what works best for me vocally, and when I'm on stage, what I can perform best, and that was alternative rock.
So take me up now, take me higher.
Okay, so there are two fantastic female artists who you've worked, well, we'll talk about it in a while, but you've had some experience with in terms of the music. One was Electricity with Alison Hinds.
Yes.
At that time, were you tempted to go into the soca music in a big way?
No, at that time, I was still young in the business, and Amala Luncheon came up to me and said, Claudia, because I worked mostly hotels then, with Arthur Tisson's band Magic Circle Express. And Amala said, Claudia, Square One's looking for a female artist, because Derek had just done a song with them. What was it called? Ay Ay Ay?
Right.
So, yeah. So they were looking for a female artist, and she said, Claudia, you'd be good for it. So for me, it was really an opportunity to work with a big band, to be recognized, so St. Lucia could see this is a St. Lucian artist who is working with a big time Bajan artist. So Square One was hot at the time. So that's what it was for me. It wasn't about soca music. I think it could have been any kind of music and I would have said yes.
But why weren't you tempted? Because now you saw Alison Hinds, she was big at the time. Why weren't you tempted to get more into soca music?
Because the main reason was because I grew up in the Adventist church, and at that time I still lived with my parents, and that kind of gyrating stuff was was forbidden, you know. So, and I couldn't see myself doing it.
The second female artist I mentioned is Shania Twain. You had done one of her songs.
Yes, yes, still the one.
How much did that influence your current style of music?
I did that remix in reggae, yes, and that was my very first album. And at that time, I mean, I loved her music. And I grew up in a home where every Sunday, even if it's not at home, it's in the community, you hear country music. Her country music was different, which is what I liked. And I'm like, oh, country can be different. So I liked that, and I wanted to do that song. So we decided, let's take it to a reggae, let's give it a reggae feel. And that's how that ended. I ended up doing that song.
Now, we'll get to your current album, On the Edge, in just a little bit. But of the three that you released before that, which one would you say best characterized you as an artist? We had Mic Check, which is one, Dedication, and Chalala, which is the very first one.
Right. I think each CD said something about me when I released it. Mic Check, though, is the CD that made me realize that my calling was to be an alternative rock artist. And I know it's not popular in St. Lucia or the Caribbean, but when I'm on stage, I know it's right. And Shalala was my very, very first recording, and for me, that's precious. It's my first thing I ever released, so that's precious for me. Dedication was released when my dad passed away, so for me that's emotional too. That's like a CD that's close to my heart as well. Mic Check brought me to realize this is where I should be as an artist, and On the Edge just brought me to that edge.
You mentioned your father. How much does this still influence in music?
You are a man of great strength. You have always played such a major role in my life. Oh, how much I miss you.
I really wish you were here. I really wish you were near. Someone that I could talk to, a friend that I could hold on to. I see your face in my dreams. Life isn't fair, so it seems. I think of you and I really wish you were here.
My parents, both of them, my mom and dad, I think they set a foundation for me. And for me, that's important. And I mean, people always say, oh, Claudia, you could do more. And I know what I can do more, but I'm comfortable with what I do. And I think what I do is good enough. I mean, there's always room for progress and there's always room for change. But I think the fact that I was raised in a Christian home, that has influenced me a lot. It keeps me grounded, if I could say so. I believe in the power of prayer, and for me, raising in a Christian home has been one of the best things that has happened for me as a musician.
I remember the times when you held me in your arms. You said that everything would be okay. And the times I would fall, you picked me up from the floor. You said that everything would be okay. And your warm smile said 1,000 lies. Your warm smile said 1,000 lies. Your warm smile said 1,000 lies. And though you are gone, I can still see your face. And sometimes I just wonder what it would be with you here. Oh no, 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 I wish you were here. It feels like I'm wasted. I can't believe you're gone. I wish you were here. I feel like time's wasted. I don't wanna face it now.
CTV Celebrates Creativity is brought to you by Sol EC Limited, EC Global, Digicel, Jean-Marie & Sons.